Detective Mark sat at his desk, flipping through the case files of a brutal serial killer. The victims were all found with a single rose placed on their chests. The killer was meticulous, leaving no trace behind. Mark had been on this case for months, and the pressure was mounting. His partner, Jake, walked in with 2 coffees. Another late night? Huh? Jake asked, handing Mark a cup. Mark nodded, rubbing his temples. We need a break in this case soon. Jake sat down, his eyes scanning the files. Any leads? Mark hesitated, then shook his head. Not yet. Mark decided to dig deeper. He started reviewing old case files, looking for any connection. One night, he found a diary hidden in Jake's locker. His hands trembled as he opened it. The entries were fragmented, filled with confusion and fear. Why can't I remember? One entry read, "The voices tell me to do things, but I don't want to." Mark's heart raced. He knew he had to confront Jake, but he was terrified of what he might find. He decided to set up a surveillance camera in their shared office. The next day, he watched as Jake sat at his desk. His eyes glazed over. Suddenly, Jake stood up, grabbed his coat, and left. Mark followed him, his stomach churning with dread. Jake walked into a dark alley, his movements mechanical. Mark's breath caught in his throat as he saw a figure approach Jake. It was their latest victim's sister. Seeking answers, Jake pulled out a rose from his pocket, his face blank. Mark's world shattered. He rushed forward, tackling Jake to the ground. Jake, stop. It's me, Mark. Jake woke up in a hospital room, his eyes filled with confusion. Mark. What happened? Mark sat beside him, his voice trembling. Jake, do you remember anything? Jake shook his head. The last thing I remember is getting coffee for you. Mark took a deep breath. Jake, you were about to hurt someone. You have been the killer all along. Jake's eyes filled with tears. No, that's not possible. I would never. Mark handed him the diary. Read this. Jake, you've been fighting something inside you, but you don't remember. Jake's hands shook as he flipped through the pages. I don't remember any of this. Mark put a hand on his shoulder. We'll find a way to help you.